Hey Ves,
Hey, Charlie.
sorry for being late, buddy. It's my birthday today and got all kind of
Oh,
things to solve.
happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you,
How
thank
old
you.
are you getting?
I'm 28 now.
Oh, so you're like me, but
Yeah,
I'm on March.
you're 28 too. That's what I mean. We're very young. We still have the whole life ahead of us, right?
Yeah, we're gonna see. We have made around one third or one fourth of our life.
Yeah,
I'm going to be happy to live around to 100 years, but we're gonna see.
yeah. Like I think, well, I mean, our generation. I think it's the average gonna be at least 90 years old. In Canada, it's already 84. Um, so a good 90. And I mean, I could get started on that topic, but me, I think I don't have any plans of dying. Actually, I'm gonna be working on lifespan startups and stuff like that. And yeah, I want to live forever. I don't want to die. Yet I
Yeah,
don't
like
I don't fear dying though. That's the thing I need to mention though.
one of the biggest problem actually with our, I don't know, our generation is the overburn, the burnout.
Yeah, definitely cortisol, basically. Well, especially as entrepreneur, I'd say. I'm not sure like about normal people with normal jobs. But like I definitely there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are burning the candles that by both ends, and they can't manage cortisol. I mean, it's nice to want to go hard, and to be competitive and to work hard and to work long and everything, but you also need to manage the long term. And I don't think that there's a lot of people uh, thinking long term. I think most, even like very successful entrepreneurs, they just go very, very hard, and then they just fall and they do it all over again, which is a good recipe, but it also it means that you won't live very long and you'll start having all kinds of problems.
Yeah, sure. I'm totally agree with you, especially when it comes to the burning out and all the type of the things that are happening around me, because there are a lot of people that are on full speed every day, the whole day, and it's actually from one side it's quite a good, but from the other, I don't know. That is why a lot of people are going and living in the small villages now.
Yeah, remotely. And I mean, I was one of that person a couple of days ago. I was in the mountains. Like I travel a lot, and I tend to go in the city, outside of city, and city outside of city. Just both have like interesting stuff, because going, like in the nature, you don't have many things like good Wi-Fi or like food ordering services, for example. um, so you need to alternate. Hey, I want to know how much time do you have ahead of you? Is it only 15 minutes that you have, or do you have a bit more?
I have a bit more. We can start whenever you're ready. So
Yeah.
we can talk about, I don't know. Yeah, we start talking, but we are not talking about the topic. So for sure, but I'm totally agree with you. Even, I don't know, I will be happy sometimes in the near future to have the possibility to create a dream lifestyle. What I mean for a dream lifestyle, to be with my wife and only to have the 4 hour work week that is doing Tim Ferriss. But we're gonna see.
But
I
like
am.
there's a couple of things here. Well, I don't think the 4-hour work week was ever a thing, it never really existed. I mean, if you mean the content of the book, which actually got me started, as a digital nomad, yes, it has good content, but I think his title was very hypey, even misleading in many ways. And I don't have anything against Tim Ferriss. He's one of my favorite human being on the planet, but working 4 hours per week is not ideal. I mean, you can't do shit like working 4 hours per week, to be honest. And the second thing I'm gonna mention is that, you know, like when you love your work, it's not work, you know. Like, I mean, today's my birthday. Am I gonna take a break? Hell no. I mean, this is my life purpose, you know, like this is how I'm gonna change the world. And
Yeah, I'm totally
so
agree with you.
so yeah, like I don't want to work like 16 hours per day. Obviously, I'm not at that phase anymore. I'm more in the, you know, I do, you know, those ultra events, those ultra marathons and the Ironman, which is a very tough triathlon, and you need to pace yourself, okay, when you do an Ironman, because if not, then you will just crash and burn. You will just like not finish the race, or you will injure yourself, and you need to go like you need to be strategical. And it's not that I slowed down; it's just that I have a different philosophy that's more built for the long term. And I think that not a lot of us entrepreneur, well, high performance entrepreneur think that way. And I could also ask the question to myself, like, am I kidding myself? You know, like, am I kidding myself? Do I really want to make it big and perform? I think the answer is yes, but have a different strategy, which is more like pacing myself, you know, so that when I'm 70 years old, like I'll be 700% better than I am today, you know, and I'll believe it or not, I'll be even healthier than I am today. That's my goal. I want to ask you, like, what's your ideal lifestyle? Would it be to retire to, you know, like the villages, like you say, have kids? What would be your
No,
ideal
for me,
lifestyle?
it's like having kids, but having time to travel. When I'm talking for that thing that I mentioned to you, when it comes to the 4-hour work week, I'm having a really different type of opinion from Tim Ferriss. My my thing actually is to have enough time to be not working only in that on that business, but to have the things so much working, so I can have another things to do in my spare time, to have a time for my family, for my kids, to have for my wife, to have a time to be working on another businesses that I want to develop, not only on the two businesses that I have. The main idea is to create work not only for me, but to create a work for the other people, and you have to do it. I don't know, working smart, not hard. For example, today I was talking with one new customer, and he mentioned that most of the things they're doing by their hand, and even 5 minutes that you was late with 10 or 5 minutes, I scraped with Crunchbase, I scrape around I don't know, around the whole fintech companies in Europe. But
Okay.
if you're not working smart, you're going to do it by hand for 2 or 3 months. I don't know how
Yeah.
much. And my idea is to create a balance where uh, I have enough work, but my work is most of the managing and thinking on the side of the work
Hmm.
and providing work for other people. But also those people to be thinkers, so they are not going to be the people that are working and doing the bot stuff, but only the bot stuff are doing it from the bots, and they are doing the other part of the work that is thinking.
I agree. You know, like robots will definitely help to free our time. Yet it depends what you want also in life. For example, you know, Jeff Bezos, which is one of my inspiration, and that's the level of success I seek to accomplish business wise. And I think, you know, Bezos, apart from the money side of things, he's the modern Santa Claus. I mean, he's the guy delivering gifts every Christmas, for example. Uh, I mean, he has Prime Videos, he has Alexa. He done a lot of good for humanity, in my opinion. and that's who I want to be, you know. And he has this phrase, it's to work hard, long, and smart. You know, you need to go on those 3 dimensions to magnify and maximize your impact, and that's kind of where I want to be. But yes, indeed, like I think it's also about equilibrium. You know, I am one of the believers that I think you can have it all, but obviously will take time. You know, you can
I'm the
have
same.
the family, you can have the business, you can have all of that, just that it will take time, and you need to be patient, and you need to be strategical. And I was curious, I saw you were also like in the blockchain, and you obviously, well, for
I
everyone
was,
that don't know who you are, you're Ves Georgiev, am I pronouncing it right?
yeah.
Ves Georgiev, and you have an SDR agency, you had a blockchain company as well. Can you tell us a bit more about your businesses
Yeah,
and where you want to go?
it's not a blockchain company. Actually, several years ago when I started, I had another business partner. It was around 3 years ago, and we were thinking about creating a company that is having how to say it, to
A
be
list,
the
right?
head to be the head of several companies that are doing development but could not find the customers.
Sure.
But in the end, we don't have enough background when it comes to development, and that is why we start with the SDR agency. Year ago, it wasn't so successful. The first year of our SDR agency, I had some difficulties. I need to separate my path with my first co-founder. After
Sure.
that, something happens with my team, and currently I have a team that is really working. There are people that are from 25 years old to 55 years old, together with my new co-founder, and there is the SDR agency. Actually, it's lead generation and business development agency that is Passion4Growth. But I don't know, maybe it was a March or February, with another co-founder, we start a Passion4Tech, which is outsourcing a company that is providing another people with web developers. How we are doing it? We are finding the right freelancers and companies that could not find a job, and we are giving them some jobs. That is the thing that actually it's there. I'm the person that is doing more lead generation, sales, and these kind of things, like everything that I know, and automations, because that is my holy grail that I was thinking about it the whole several years. And I have the other, my co-founder there is with 17 years of development background, so he's the person that is pushing more and is providing the results there.
Why did you decide to start an SDR agency?
Well, my whole life, even from, I don't know, I'm 28, from, I don't know, 16 years old, a lot of people were talking to me that I can be successful in the sales, but I'm not that guy. And when it comes to the sales, I had that opinion in my head that sales is something bad, it's not good, you are the person that is scaring the people, these kind of things. And I don't want to be a sales, because even my father and mother, my parents, have a small mini market in my hometown. And from there, I didn't like to be around the people, to talk so much. But in the end, when I was a student, because I was studying for a lawyer, I became a part of one student organization, and there I was doing on local level sales, marketing, engaging, sending people on their internship, these kind of things. And from there, I started to be more extrovert, not so introvert, start talking with people, having very different types of talks. After that, I was working for one credit company. There I was having a team of several people, around 5, I don't know how much, but I quit on my in my first or second year, and start studying business. On the place where I was studying business, I have been there, the B2B sales of the organization. It was again small organization, but we were providing companies with trainings, soft skills trainings. And after I quit there, we tried to make one marketing agency, but it wasn't successful. After I quit, I had a small burnout actually, and I didn't do nothing for 2 months. I create a Upwork profile, and without applying, 2 companies reach out to me to be their lead generation person. And from there, I start working on the lead generation. I know several stuff I didn't know, and actually, year and a half ago, around 2 years, I decided to start an agency that is for lead generation with a co-founder that I'm currently not working. But it's like all that time I'm thinking about that overnight success is that it doesn't exist. Like everything they are putting on the cinema and
like Wolf of Wall Street.
Like everything that people are doing when you are searching for example, Tai Lopez or somebody else is totally bullshit. So overnight success is I don't know, million falls and 1,000,001 stand-ups.
Yeah, well, I think Tai Lopez, just like everyone, there's you take and you leave some, right? So there's a lot to take from Tai Lopez as advice, and obviously you need to contextualize his advice to where you are, because there's a lot of marketing and sales and what Tai does, and you know that can be misinformation in many sense of the things. But yeah, like I mean, it's you take some and you leave some, but the overnight success was built like 10 years ago, and daily work, you know, daily input and insights and testing. You know, like nowadays I view myself as a lab. You know, I'm a lot into R&D and checking out stuff, and we'll talk a bit more about that later on in the interview. But I want to talk about the burnout, because the burnout in sales is very frequent. Sales is hard, and sales is also purpose driven. So can you tell us a bit more details about that and some solutions that you have to prevent burnout?
Like one of the things is that, in my experience, it's you're taking too much work. You're not putting a word of rest, and you need to know that in order to build sustainable results, you need to learn. You need to know how to do those things, and always to be prepared that maybe the results that you're expecting this month are going to be there in around 3 months, and these kind of things. Because when you are in the sales, a lot of people are pushing at you, especially when you're in the startup sales. And it's if your company, it's no matter it's a service company or it's I don't know how to do it to say it, but it's bootstrapped. And if it's product or service, most of the time your money are coming from your customers, and your customers are pushing you. You need to have money for your team, you need to have the results for your customers, and most of the time is the sales, especially if you're doing the agency stuff, it's providing you, your brain is actually playing with you and is pushing you in some other ways. So for burnout, I don't know, the things that we are talking with you, for sure the mountains, for sure meditation, and having time to write, to read, to have a time for your family, for your loved one, for everybody that are around you, and for yourself, for sure.
And what are the telltale signs of a burnout, and what can we also define what a burnout is? Because I know as an entrepreneur, you know, I've faced tough times, but I mean the fire has been, it's so strong, it's so tough to put out, you know, this fire that's been in me. And also I think it's from a DNA and genetic perspective. You know, I've always been driven and ambitious, that it's really tough to put out this fire. I mean, I've faced tough moments in which, you know, I can see and I can guess what burnout is, which is high amounts of stress and not wanting to open my computer, for example. I was like, shit, do I want to open this computer today and face all the bullshit again? Like that, this is what it looked to me. Can you define what a burnout is, and also what are the telltale signs of one?
Why the signs are everything that you said, but for me also was constantly an anxiety. You're
Yeah,
always thinking for the and visualizing the negative part of the things, not
yeah.
the good part of the things. You
Mhm.
are how to say it, you're not satisfied with the things that you did yesterday, and you are thinking that tomorrow is not going to be a good fit. You
Okay.
are trying to satisfy everybody and working Saturday,
Mhm.
Sunday, all the time.
Mhm.
For how we were talking in the beginning, you are working from 16 to 12, from 12 to 16 hours.
Yeah,
And one of the biggest problem is that when you're in the burnout phase, for you it's easy to burn out also the other people, because I
yeah,
had this kind of problem,
yeah,
because you're always pushing, you're not satisfied. It is like that thing that there are people that were doing more, they're satisfied, but there are other people that they need to see that their result is giving some fruits. Everything
yeah,
that they're doing is giving some fruits. They're pushing. They are not only doing for for God's sake or something for like that. And in the end, for sure, you need to have a spare time. Maybe, I don't know, to have a break around once per week, on once per month, or having 3 days break on in 3 months. The main idea is that you need to have a little bit time with that you are not around digital devices, movies,
yeah,
negative people, and these
yeah,
kind of things.
yeah.
Maybe that was for me. I don't know what was
Well,
for
that's
you,
so
or
good.
have you
That's
faced.
so good. You know, you're everything that you're telling. It's very insightful. Um, did you see what were the telltale signs? You know that this was going to explode. Did you see some physical signs, for example, that you weren't sleeping, that you had less energy? What were the signs
For
that like
sure,
things weren't going
yeah.
well?
So for sure, it's less energy. You are not so productive. You could not sleep. You become fatter. You're not motivated to train. You're always thinking for like you're having nightmares. You don't have good dreams, and most of the time you are here, but you are not here. Actually, you are either in the bad future or either in the bad past in your brain.
Got it.
That is the signs that I saw, but I don't know. It
And
was,
And
yeah.
what was the epiphany? Was it like, okay, yeah, today's enough. Like my life is not going the direction I want to. I'm just gonna hit the pause button. Was that hard to hit the pause button? Did you feel like you disappointed people? How was the epiphany of the burnout?
Like, especially in the entrepreneurs world, you always gonna disappoint somebody, and you need to learn that not all of the people that you have working for or work with or having as a team members are going to be satisfied with you, with everything that you're doing. Some of them are going to like you, another one are not going to like you, and not with, I don't know, enough, but not only enough. They are not going to like you for sure. And that is something that you need to face if you are putting in the entrepreneur's shoes, if you're putting your entrepreneur shoes. And the other thing that you for sure you need to do is like the epiphany that you're talking is different for some for everybody, because in some point you're thinking that you're on the war point, but you can always go lower than that, or you can go straight up. In my opinion, was fucking shit. I don't like the person that I'm
Okay.
becoming who I want to be. It's like for the book that we were talking with you the last time, high
Yeah.
performance habits.
Yeah.
So most of the time you need to know who you want to be, and in one case you are going to proceed either the person that you want to be or the person that you don't want to be. The main idea is what is the story that you tell yourself, and from where you're putting your thoughts, your energy, and everything.
Got it. Got
And
it.
there is
So
a point that enough is enough.
yeah, I mean it's all about, you know, identity and values as well, which is and emotions in the end, you know, like which is also like interesting, you know, like the determined nature of some of us human beings. You know, I referred earlier that like I was always ambitious, always like competitive, and this is kind of who I am. You know, so you start with the package, and then you try to improve it. So I'm kind of curious, like after this story, so you decided to jump like with your 2 feet in the entrepreneurial world. Can you give us a bit of insights for about Passion4Growth? How many clients do you have right now? Like how big do you want to be? Can you start telling us a bit more about Passion4Growth?
Actually, the last year, like the first 6 months of the year, were tough
Yeah,
because I took some decision and I didn't make a really right decision. Like I lose some teammates based on my decision, on the things how I talk and these kind of things. Currently, we have like I joined forces with my co-founder that is now, and we are around 5 people. We're having currently 4 to 5 clients. Uh, Hopefully next year we're gonna become bigger, like to have those clients that we have for now, and to be around to have better processes for sure, better results, because I'm not always satisfied with the results that we have, and to have, I don't know, 15 to 12 to 20 customers. But we're gonna see which is the directions that we're gonna take, because we are good in the currently we weren't so good in making appointment setting, but currently we are doing great stuff when it comes to appointment setting through email, through LinkedIn,
yeah,
or even we have one group that is calling from Bulgaria for cold calls in Bulgaria.
yeah,
But when it comes to the how big we want to grow, for sure we want sustainable growth, because last year I was pushing to have faster growth that is not so good. But for me, I don't know, in 1 or 2 years to have sustainable, what I mean, around 20 customers that are with us from 1 or 2 years, like that, to have a team that is fully understanding what we are doing to provide the everything that we promise to our customers,
mm,
and to provide them with results, to be professionals, our teammates to be satisfied, and nobody to either me, my teammates, or somebody else to not be on a burnout mode. That is
yeah.
something that we are striving for.
That's interesting. Sustainable growth. That got me thinking. Generally speaking, how do you do to keep your clients? Do you, for example, don't oversell them, and you do what you say basically? Any tips for us agency owners to actually retain your clients?
Uh, for sure, in the beginning of the year, I oversend them. That cost me a lot. So currently, I'm not overselling them. I'm trying to improve. No one, our team is trying to improve our processes, for sure, delivering what we are promised. And if we are not delivering what we are promised, we are giving them something that is extra. For example, taking care for their business development, like saying them, hey, you need to a contract for the partners that we are bringing you. for you is going to be easier if you put the contracts. You need the second steps in your funnel. You're not positioning your company in a coach, for example, or 99 firms. We can, because we did you, for example, we schedule for you 1 or 2 meetings that we need to schedule for you 5 meetings per month, but we scheduled only 3. We're going to create and build your Crunchbase profile and this kind of things.
Got it. So consulting and adding
it's
extras.
not working with, and if it's not working with them, we are stop working because it's not giving the right value. Because most of the clients that we are working with, they're facing and putting like, we are lead generation agency, but for some of them we are building partnership. For some of them we are aiming for some projects that are not so easy to create it, like we're talking for some of them lead generation, but on a corporate level. Before that we are doing on other type of level, like startups level. For some of them it's good to have a partners, for some of them are not good. But for example, we have a company that they don't close a lot of customers of the appointments that we bring them, but with a lot of from those customers, they're creating a partnership, building a new products, having additional service to their service, and then growing through that phase. So
Got
the
it.
main idea is that we are trying to see what is not working and to improve it.
Okay. That's good. What are your best working techniques that you can share with like other SDRs out there that are working super well, and try to be precise? And for example, name some software, some precise software that you're using to actually generate some quality meetings.
Well, for softwares, one of the things is that, quality, quantity is bringing results for sure. What I mean is, when it comes to the email marketing, if you have enough people that are in your target audience and are having their best emails, you have a warm-up email, and everything is, you're putting everything that your emails are not going in the spam. With this, if you have around 1,000 or 1,500 clean emails that are good with divide between 2 emails accounts, you can put you can schedule for sure, but I'm talking for B2B. No, I'm not talking for B2C, but I'm talking for high ticket offers. You can schedule between 10 to between 5 to 10 meetings, but with middle-sized businesses. What I mean are from 11 to 100 people, not 1,000, but with 100 people. You need to have your target right, and you need to combine several things. You need to combine LinkedIn, you need to combine email outreach, and never underestimate the power of your network, because all of the times that you are searching, you can find people in your network even that are going to need this kind of service.
Got it.
When it comes to the techniques and softwares, currently I'm satisfied something that I didn't use, but it's now giving better results for us. Combination with from several softwares I have used, and I'm going to start again using it. Expand, it's a good software. I'm using Clemlist. It's a quite good software. When it comes to the email marketing, we are currently creating a new process that is together with Lemlist, Snow.io, Find Athlete, and Million Verifier. That is quite a good software. And and we had a one really successful funnel with Skylead, actually.
Okay, yeah, I know Skylead. Okay, so a couple of questions. So like in your sequence, the 11 to 100 employees, you would be targeting CEOs, correct?
CEOs, CXOs, partners, VPs, basically.
Okay, got it. And when you say warm-up email, what does that warm-up look like? And is the first contact email, and then the second is LinkedIn? And is there some calls inside that sequence?
Currently, we are not doing cold calls because I don't know. There is no like in our team currently. We are searching for a good cold caller, but not all the people can do the cold calls. Even I saw it from my own experience with other people that some of the times cold calls are burning out your best people.
Yeah.
For I don't want to put the people that don't want to call to make a cold calls.
Yeah.
Warming up is actually to have a really good email that is recognizable from the email service providers, for example, Google, Microsoft, and the others.
Yeah.
I even saw that there are people that are providing emails and are selling emails that are warm up and created around 10 years ago because it's giving a better delivery. And for sure, there is a way to warm up automatically, but currently I'm not sure that they're working on the best ways because with some of them I'm seeing a really good results, but with some of them I'm seeing a really bad results that even are costing to be recognized around spam with when you are using the warm up feature. So I'm still testing that thing.
Got
but
it.
To be warm up is to be sure that your delivery is good. And one of the things that I learned after burning 2 or 3 domains is that you need to have maximum bounce rate around 5%. And for sure, you need to clean your email list.
And like Warmup, would it say like, hey, Charles, would we start pitching on the first like email? Or is it like, hey, Charles, just reaching out here, connected with you on LinkedIn? Is it like something broad like that? Or is it you tell them like from the get-go what you're doing?
Actually, I had tested the both ways. Mm-hmm. One of them is really, how to say it, it's long term and it's not giving you so much. If you are faster, yeah, there are a lot of people that if you want fast results, there are a lot of people that are going to tell you that you're spammer, that you don't need to pitch it, that you don't make your research on them. But if you need a better qualification and faster results, it's better to have bigger amount of emails and its combination with hey and a little pitch just so they know what is your service, and not so big pitch. But for example, for sure the call to action needs to be, let's jump on a meeting or a call to see each other and to see how we can cooperate.
Got it. Last conversation we had, we talked about line.ai, we talked about jarvis.ai. Are you using any of those AI softwares, and do you see a potential impact, positive impact with those softwares in the near future?
Positive impact, yes. I didn't test most of them. I'm still thinking to test one of them that we are talked about it, but I didn't do it because one of the things is that when it comes to the testing, the email subject line and testing is good because those are generating your icebreakers. But I can tell a little bit more when I test some of them and see what are the results better than the results that we are talking now. It's again, it's how much power you want to put on doing your research and your human resources that you have. Because with the software, with a few clicks, you can make the research from LinkedIn, from Google, or from the other. Yeah, it's not going to be good, like for sure, it's not going to be so good like the person, but in order to have a really deep research, it needs to be done from you. And when somebody else is doing it for you, if you didn't work with that people from 1 or 2 years and know how they are doing their research, maybe the results are going to be the same. Maybe they're going to be better, but maybe they're going to be worse than doing it with AI software.
Yeah. Have you tried 1v1 outreach, like yourself or some people internally, like checking like profiles one by one in writing highly personalized emails or LinkedIn messages? And what were the results if you did?
I didn't try it on, honestly. I like to be more with, how to say, to have bigger list and to push it harder, because I'm not sure that actually, but without the personalization, one of my partners have tried. He had around 4 people that did it manually. They're sending LinkedIn invitation, they're sending the emails and everything, but they didn't personalize it, and the results were smaller than doing it with automation, because the people are not so consistent in tracking when they need to send a follow-up, to whom, who opened the email, and these kind of things.
Got it.
But again, I'm talking from another person perspective. I didn't do it by myself.
Okay, cool. This is kind of the end of the podcast. Did you have any final tips for SDRs hustling out there? Do you have any tips for them to make their life and their job better?
Yeah, the things that we are doing, for sure, one of the things is find the right people, find a mentor, because currently even I'm having a mentors, like not even, but my mentors are having a mentors. That is why even my mentors are having a mentors. Find somebody that is around 5, 10, or 3 years ahead of you. He's going to help you. For sure, jump in one industry, learn everything for the industry, build a network, because no matter where you are working as a SDR or having your own agency, if you have enough bigger network, it's going to help you and provide your results for you, for your clients, and your companies.
That's a good one. Very good one. Well, it's been a pleasure, Ves. Thank you for your time. It has surely been a very insightful call, especially for the burnout thing, which is something that not all of us talk about. And ironically, most of us go through those very tough period, especially in sales. So thank you for sharing that. And we'll be in touch, buddy.
Thank you very much. And happy birthday, Charlie.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You too.
Peace
Bye-bye.
out.